totally passionate. There's no secret reasons why I left. I just decided to move the goalposts for myself. Get on with it as well. Let the young ones run it. You know,
the other reason that we're here today, obviously, is Staffy and Daz have been through their syllabus, and after many years of training and dedication, they've achieved their instructor grade. So today we're going to do a Kru ceremony, a Kru, where they'll officially become Krus of the academy, and then there will be 5. The Pentagon, as we're known, 5 instructors for our academy. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to start off with the Kru ceremony.
Now I'm going to do a handover ceremony, although it's handed over. It's just nice to do something official to say Chao Phraya now belongs 100% to this man here, to Lee. And but it does, but if you do it officially, it just sounds a little bit better, doesn't it? It's in writing. It's on Facebook.
You can't have that.
It's not mine. And then you can do what he likes with a bit of silly little badges and that.
That's it. We'll stop going back to the session.
We'll start with your wife, don't stop now.
Okay, so everyone just grab a seat, okay? And Daz and Staffy, if you want to just come and you kneel down in the ring, okay? Don't panic. Right, it's not your testing is over. Yeah, so just
told him that it's a pass of failures.
I know. It's been winding up as well. Okay, so if you just sort of both kneel down. Okay, so it's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
You'll be all right, lads. Don't you worry.
So Chao Phraya Academy, I think we're probably not the only Muay Thai academy in the UK to have a grading syllabus, but I think one of the longest standing syllabuses. And in my time training under Kru Sean, I've known numerous gyms contacting for advice over the content of our syllabus because it's such a good structured way to learn thoroughly what Muay Thai is about. So when you become an instructor, this is about not necessarily being able to recall every single combination, what number it is, and you will have to do that today, because if you don't, I'm just changing my mind. It's more about being able to pass that knowledge on. Okay, so becoming an instructor is about being able to ensure that Muay Thai continues to stay with people for years to come. So when I decided not to do Muay Thai, which is a long time off, hopefully, I know that there'll be other people continuing the legacy.
It's a seed. It's a seed, and later on I'll talk very briefly about the history and where we're from. But it is a seed that you plant as an instructor, for using an analogy. So my seed was buried, planted, Chao Phraya, Cambridgeshire grew. The instructors grew from that, which is yourself, and there's a few other instructors, but they no longer do it, unfortunately. But then it got passed on to you guys, so you're the senior instructors, or you will be eventually. That's how it grows, and you become the next generation. So you've got generation, and it just keeps it alive. On a selfish point of view, it keeps me immortal for the day that I do pass on. Just who's that? So that was the founder. See, so I'm all right now.
So the way that the ceremony works, bit of a white Kru, and then you have to read out a warrior's prayer. It's all really touchy-feely, I'm afraid.
Do you actually make them read it, or do they read it off by heart, which is how it should be?
No, they have to read it in Thai, because they're not very good at remembering Thai. It's testing the Thai script with the words. So, do you want to set the music off? Okay, so what you're both going to do to start off with, okay, you just want to do the white Kru, okay, just the three bows, okay? Okay, your time. Okay. So, you can read prayer, please.
May the spirits of the Thai warriors give you strength and wisdom to defeat your enemy. May the ancient gods protect you from your enemy's attacks. May your heart be as courageous as Nikon Tom. Your fists like hammers, elbows like axes, knees like lances, and legs like sabres. Be granted the breath of Buddha, be a warrior like Hanuman.
I'm really honoured to pass this on to Kru Daz. Daz, has helped set up the children's Muay Thai within our academy, and he's been with us for how many years now? 9 years. 9 years. We've been going for 11 years now. We had our 10-year anniversary last year. And it shows you, it isn't a walk in the park to get your Kru certificate. You have to stick at it, show dedication, and Daz has done that in bounds. So I'm very, very proud to make you Daz Kru Daz. Okay, a round of applause, please.
May the spirits of the Thai warriors give you strength and wisdom to defeat your enemy. May the ancient gods protect you from your enemy attacks. May your heart be as courageous as Nikon's arms. Your fists like hammers, elbows like axes, knees like lances, and legs like sabres. Be granted the breath of Buddha, be a warrior like Hanuman.
And he said, is it original Muay Thai? And an hour later, he thought, bloody hell, at least go and find out and come and try this out. And I just, like I do any, I'll rabbit on a little bit. But I'm so passionate about it. I sold it to him, and he came down and from that first lesson, and he swept me as well. Because he's a karate man. And I was being daft, because he was different. And he was being respectful, I could tell, but I was I could move a bit better then. So I did a little bit of a shuffle, and he just went straight back on it. That was our, we got on since then, didn't we, really? And then I had to hook you about 3 years later. It took me 3 years. It took me 3 years to get that. You wouldn't let it happen. And then one day I was like, I sat down there, what? But that's by and by. So his ceremony wasn't as sophisticated as this. I was doing a demonstration. Actually, it was a course. It was a Padman course.
The KO gym.
Yeah, it was the KO gym, which then became the London Muay Thai. Blah blah blah. And that was with Vinny and Gary Wright. Yeah,
yes,
yeah, going back with Vinny. And it wasn't Vinny Jones, the footballer, I'm afraid. But anyway. And we did the course, and at the end of the course I've already spoken to them, gave the certificates out to the students, and then I presented you as best I could. I remember there's a picture of you kneeling down, it was me like that.
It's this microphone.
You should do that one.
Yeah, it's this one here.
There you go. That's the one. That's you got it all with that. They're all gathered us. That was the very first Moncom that I presented you to.
What we hadn't realised was
it didn't fit.
Honestly, it was so
his eyes are like this on it. So we've got the pictures of me. There's me like that. I was brown and muscly and all that back then, and he looks just like he just come back from Mongolia or something. But so the history of Chao Phraya is connected. Obviously, the history goes right back to Muay Thai all the way back. Byron Gibson had a school called Surprende. Surprende means surprise in French. That's where the word comes from. And he liked the name because it meant attack without warning. And that was how he explained it to me. He went off and trained. There's a longer story to it, but in the short run of it, he went and trained in Krabi, and he trained with his crew at the time, which was called Paikadam. And Paikadam passed on the knowledge. What he did pass on, which is something that still goes on, was the fisherman Y crew, Ramoy rather, that you see. He passed it on to Byron. Byron passed it to me. I passed it to Lee, and so forth from there. Unfortunately, these days, with all the time constraints that you get with shows and the amount of fights, we're doing less and less Y crews and seeing the rings, which is a shame. It only tends to be held for the big titles. So you'll be all right, yeah? Good man.
It's a flippy job getting into doing it. Do I have to do what?
Don't like it, do you?
It's scared of that. It's not scared of getting punched.
It's hard work. You're on show, aren't you?
We plan to do it, and then they don't let us do it.
Yeah. And that's often the case. And it's usually me, the referee, who says, this is do Y crew now. You know, and you guys have done it because back in the day, we insisted on you doing it. Huro Lee's first fight against Rest His Soul, because we lost Mubs. His first fight was against a chap called Mubs at K-Star, and he's put muscles and he could make. I said, all right, I mean, super fit, but it's just the tension and the expectation.
I was more tired after doing the Ram Muay. It's my first pro fight. Then after the actual fight.
And every time, it does do that for you. Eventually you learn to relax, and then you do the Yan San Kung, and you start moving better, 3 steps, etc., etc. So the school developed. I mean, Lee didn't have that many losses. He had a few. We
It's not few. I think like few will be 3. 2.
You had 2 losses. Do you not count your draw as a loss?
No.
I always see a draw as a loss person. But anyway,
I'll be a failure if I'm joking.
No, I know. And as you can see, all the way from area champion all the way up to European champion, we travelled, as far as field as Torquay, and even further. And even further to Thailand, didn't we? Which is brilliant. And we've there's a few times I think you wanted to kick me in the back of the head, you said once, because I was quite nasty as a coach. And hopefully he's passed that on as well. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
So, for myself, I was made Kru in the UK, and then I went to Thailand. I was very fortunate to train with Palm Pep, which you'll know any is on that picture there as well, the Thai guy, which is the slightly different facial features to the other guys. So, and he's one of my teachers, and I passed my Kru grade under Grandmaster Woody. Okay, so I was, if you like, double Kru'd, for want of a better word. I was presented with this, which is my very, very, very first Moncon, and that was presented to me from Byron Gibson. So you can see that is, really nice. And the tuk-tuk driver gave me that. To wish me luck, so I'll put it in there, and I've always kept it. Now, obviously, I'm now going to pass that on to you, which you didn't expect. I'm going to put it on your head as well.
This is one of the really...
Well, it fits me. So we'll put it on first, so it's not going to fit. Look at that.
Push hard.
There you go. It's all right. That looks good. Take it off as soon as you want to. Well, you never used to fit me. Right.
It's true, yeah.
But we joke about it because that's how we were in the changing rooms. Everything was about making people relax. It's formal, but it's informal. We just have that bit of yin yang going on. So that's got some sort of history. So please place that there. You've also got this, which I had made in Thailand, in Bangkok, and he'll tell you exactly what it says.
Chao, Phraya, Muay Thai.
Chao, Phraya, Muay Thai, which means gym, gym or school, club. Chao Phraya, River of Kings, Muay Thai. Yes? And that's for your school. And that little you'll remember, you can have that. So inspired by our Kru Andy Thompson. Just give me a minute. Good time, perfect. Great to meet. Those who know, Andy Thompson passed away this year after an awful illness of 11 months. Maybe it was a godsend in one way, just to be locked in your own body and not moving for 11 months wasn't good. We always had hope, and we always felt, for me personally, I didn't feel I did enough, but I know I did. There's not much you could do. You could have visited him, but what was going to happen was going to happen. From the day he got the illness, it was going to happen. And 11 months later, he passed. He was our teacher, but more than that, he was a friend. And I was very, very close to the guy. But Mr. Stafford here, Staffy has put something beautiful together. You got this off that picture, didn't you? So I thought I love that picture. It says it all. This is for you. Just a plug. Yeah.
Just to show the lineage. Thank you.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
And that's just fantastic. I mean, that's so moving. I can bite my lips out a little bit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you came in when you did. That just broke the beat for me a little bit. Isn't that fantastic?
Andy had like special focus mitts, didn't he? Because he believed in accuracy over power. So he had special focus mitts that had a longer,
just a little bit longer here.
So you could take kicks
what
on.
He also did, he got Boone to, I don't know if you know, he got Boone to put the finger bit over here, which now you see a lot of.
Yeah.
Because quite often, I've got a scar here from, I'll remember his name, Nook.
Yes.
He said, kick, and he went like that, and his finger went into the eye and split me. And there's a picture of me going in with the knees, which he let me do, and blood coming down my face. It was a great picture, I loved it. And the other thing Andy used to do as well, he would cut off the foot piece of the shin pads and only have the shin pad there. He didn't believe in having that foot bit there. He just felt that was, just didn't work. If you know what I mean? It allowed him more freedom. He was very unique. He would hold focus mitts for kicks, knees, everything. No, I don't think I ever saw him hold pads, to be honest.
No.
Very rarely,
No,
very rarely.
Yeah.
And he was a pioneer, and he was innovative. Glad I got that word out, that's a big word. He was just pretty awesome in what he taught, and quite a few of the things that he taught were passed down, and we put into our syllabus here with Chao Lincoln now. You know, all I can do is perhaps the founder and now the ex-chief instructor is to wish all of you great success in your journey, because that's what it is. It's a journey. Okay, each of you, doesn't matter how long you stay in that journey, you're already in it now, and you will take something from it. Some of you got long longevity here. You know, you've got great achievements. Same with Lee, and through yourselves as well, things will grow. And let's see where your journey takes you. You know, I'm always on Facebook. I'll put some rubbish on there, so just enjoy that. If it gets political, don't get involved with me. Just don't.
Also, we're going to see you on the big shows anyway when you referee.
I'm now on all the major shows.
Sam and other fighters.
And it's great because I've refereed for you 2 or 3 times now, haven't I? Some wins, some losses. That's just part of the game, you know. I haven't refereed for you guys. You're retired now, aren't you? Done and dusted. But I've refereed for you.
I don't think so.
No, who else have I refereed for? I've refereed for you, definitely. Yeah, okay. Thought I refereed for someone else. Okay, but as I say, not refereed for you, which is good news. It makes the comeback a little bit biased. Look, I'm going to drag it on otherwise, so it's been awesome. That's fantastic, and so that
it's awesome.
Emotion. So I won't leave it too long. I'll come and see you next year again, so be prepared. But at least if the numbers are smaller, I'll have to talk with them. And if you'd like to stand up, just thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, everybody. Okay, just relaxing everybody, and we'll get started in the session soon.